You are now listening to the Drunken Monks Podcast.
Whew. Hello. Merry Christmas, I would say. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yes, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy
and
Ramadan.
And if you're
happy Diwali.
And if you're atheist, fuck it. Yo, we're just hoping that you're good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Guys, we are the Drunken Monks. We're back for the last episode of the season.
Last episode, boy.
Last episode of the season, boy. And of the season and of the year and of all of that. But let me introduce ourselves first. My name is Marlo Brown.
Denise Fiber.
And we are the Drunken Monks.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, guys, like I said, happy holidays definitely on to you. I see you're festive this evening.
And now that I'm like, holidays, cause I should have poured myself a Guavaberry. Next drink is going to be Guavaberry. Now I'm on a...
You have Guavaberry in the house?
Of course.
Yo, that's my next drink too. Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
or we save it for the other one.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, folks. Yeah.
So what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Black and Coke. Black Label and Coke. Like I said, I'm not a man of great means, and I'm not a man of great, like wide taste. I do enjoy good things, but at the same time, it is, most of the time I just like to stay on one particular level, and that's it. So yeah.
All right.
But you are on what exactly this?
On my Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio. See, so you with me on that one. The only reason, listen, we got a Guavaberry for later because of the season, and that's about it.
Yes,
right?
That's it.
Shout out to all of us Tomatin people that is enjoying the holiday season as well, because we all know that's what it's for. Right?
And don't worry, for our Crucelinians, we're going to have a Ponche Cuba after that.
Mm-hmm. Off camera, though.
Yes.
Housekeeping, of course. We are drinking, and so we got to say thank you to our sponsor, who has been more than generous this whole season to provide with the libations. I haven't used that word in a while.
Yeah, okay. For the last episode, you can use it.
Right, but guys, Old Par, we got Sir Edmund, we got Don Julio, we got Buchanan. I'm on the black. We got Tanqueray and the Wars. I'm still not clear if that's their brand, but I trust you, so it's okay. But yeah, thank you to the sponsor for that. They've provided for us this whole season, and we do say thank you for that. And we do ask you, if you guys if you're gonna partake, please consider our sponsor and their brands as well.
And if you're gonna partake, please do it responsibly.
At all times. Yeah, we don't want to hear no. Yeah, this year was a bad one for weird things happening, especially like on the road. We don't want to hear no more after what was done already. So take care of yourself, Joe. And we do love you. We do want y'all to see, happiness and brightness and everything else for now and for the next year. And we will see you next year.
Ever.
Yeah, so we will see you guys next year too. This is not a break like last time. It's gonna be like what, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, no more than that. So
Je ne sais pas. Just call me when we're ready. I was born ready, so.
No more housekeeping to be done?
No.
So let's jump into it, right?
Let's get into it.
All right. Do you want to bring this one in, or do you want me to?
Can you bring it in?
Okay, so as with all things,
can you or not?
I could bring in part of it in, but then when you see me start to like limp, you're jumping.
Never mind. Miss World pageant, yes, is coming up.
Right.
December 16th. Okay, by the time we drop this, the pageant has already passed. But there is a little bit of a national, let's say, concern in St. Martin.
Concern?
Yes, because of the representative who she went to Puerto Rico where the pageant is going to be held. And this is a girl, Lara Mateo. I believe she's 24 years old. And she's going to represent Sint Maarten, not Saint Martin, Sint Maarten, so Dutch side. Nobody knows how she got there. There was no competition. There was no pageant. Usually you have a national pageant.
Right.
The best one becomes Miss Sint Maarten, and that one
takes on the duties in the role for a year.
And then
if there's if there's Miss Universe, Miss World, with whatever, that's our girl.
Yeah, she goes out, she competes for a international title.
Right.
But for this girl, there was no pageant, and she went on to Miss World pageant. Mm-hmm. And she made because all the misses, all the pageant, the candidates have to make a little introduction film. Mm-hmm. And usually you tell something about yourself, but also about your country. Right. And usually it's a little bit history, a little bit culture, something interesting. But this girl had nothing to say. The only thing she was saying is that she loves St. Martin because it's very diverse.
Okay.
And I'm like, diversity is not really unique, by now.
So you have an opinion about this already, like?
Of course.
Right. Okay.
But let me tell the thing first.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The girl is born in Spain. She moved to St. Martin when she was 1 year old. Now so she's been living there for the last 23 years. And by the way she speaks, judging by her accent, she is French. Well, she lives on the French side.
Right.
She grew up on the French side because she has a thick French accent, and her English is echt super bad.
Super bad.
And
super bad. Michael Cena, super bad.
She doesn't.
Jonah Hill.
She doesn't speak Dutch. She doesn't know anything. So, but yet she's representing St. Martin, so Dutch side. Mm-hmm. That is very. No, I don't know. It's strange.
All right, but are we sure of this fact that she's representing the Dutch side? Because I have French St. Martin people on my timeline as well, and what happens is that all of the good posts were in French. I had to translate the motherfucker. Like all of the good posts were in French or whatnot, and I'm not so sure if it was French side or Dutch side or both or whatever have you. But there is confusion.
No. I'm sure she is representing Dutch side because she says Saint Martin, not Saint Martin. She's sitting and draping herself in
was a controversy
in
too,
the
because
Dutch St. Martin flag.
She sat on the flag.
And but now they're just being petty because everybody's sitting on the flag, waving the flag, throwing the flag. Go to any flag fest, go to any soca concert, and you see all kind of bacchanal happening with a flag. But now, just to prove a point, we're going to be holier than the Pope itself, and now we have an issue with people sitting on the flag.
Okay.
So I'm like, forget the flag issue, but she was saying St. Martin. She was waving the Dutch St. Martin flag.
Right.
And she cannot participate for French side because then she had to be under the French flag. And France has its own miss, so she's not representing. So there's no confusion. She's representing Dutch side St. Martin.
Right.
But the funny thing, before we go and burn the poor girl down, the funny thing, not the funny thing, the thing that also annoyed me is that our good friend Christopher Emmanuel
brought it up, didn't he?
Brought it up, but
he brought it up.
Where did this MP bring this up? In the budget meeting in Parliament.
Oh, word?
St. Martin.
Oh, word?
Yes.
Oh, word?
So right now, St. Martin has to get their budget in order.
Misdirection.
I'm looking for the correct word of there's a budget meeting of 2022.
Right.
St. Martin is in debt 1.3 billion guilders.
Billion?
Yes.
With a B. Billion guilders.
So,
God damn.
To put it in a different manner, they're in debt. Let me say it precise correctly before people go chop off my head. It is 1.328, so 1.328 million guilders, so 1.3 billion.
Milliard guilders.
Yeah, milliards. Yeah, billion.
Milliard.
The English billion.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, milliard.
With a B.
In debt.
In debt.
Borrowing all kind of money from Holland.
Of course.
All these tranches and the coho and the thing.
Of course.
So you would think that the budget meetings are a serious thing and that the country really has serious issues.
Okay.
Why are we talking? I have issues with the girl representing St. Martin and nobody knowing, okay?
Right.
But why are we bringing this up in a budget meeting in Parliament.
Whew. Okay, so... Okay, like, are you...
Yeah, okay. That is in writing with a little bit my annoyance.
Right, okay. Where do you want to go? Because there's
a
lot of...
I said a bunch of things.
Because I've done a little bit of homework too.
Just react.
My involves hook... Because it's not one involves hook with this. The Christopher Emmanuel's thing, Zoe, you're right. Like, 100% up, down. Like, I don't even think that there's anything to debate at that point. Like, we know who he is. We know what it is. My man looking to deflect. Like, that is basically what it is. Like, it's a tactic, right? You get something that... Because all of the... for those that don't know, at least in Statia and in St. Martin, I want to say in the Curacao as well, but I haven't seen it. All of these type of parliamentary meetings are open to the public.
Yeah,
so if you want to listen in, you can... You kan gewoon even meegaan, weet je? Emmanuel's know this. Christopher knows this. And so I'm almost balls to bones certain he pull it up to pull away from whatever he doesn't want to talk about, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. But so then I will leave that one alone. I find it interesting all of this for, let's call it 2 reasons, maybe 3.
Okay.
Right? The first one is, and it's a boring one, again, who is doing the accounting on St. Martin? And when I say the accounting, who's doing the administration?
What do you mean?
If people was doing the job, if like tourism board or pageantry boards or whoever that's working made with the Miss World, because no, we've had Miss World contestants go up a long time. And in fact, an ex representative of St. Martin, Miss Ife Badijo. Hi, Ife. I hope that you're looking. I hope that you're seeing. But she had a lengthy Facebook post like as well, where she had described what the procedure should be. Right? It's not the first time. So what has happened now? Like what's going on now that all of a sudden nobody got an eye on the ball? Like nobody's watching what's going on. Nobody has contact with Miss World.
Yeah.
Even if somebody slipped in, because the word on the street is, or the word that was being given by Miss Mateo, is that she was contacted by this random person from Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken, and then the whole thing took a life out of like of its own. She was asked by an individual, "Would you like to represent?" She said yes. It sounded like a fun thing. It sounded like she's a young girl. She's a good-looking girl. She decided, all right, go ahead. And by the way, that's the third thing, but we'll get to that, right? So yeah, but she saw an opportunity, it sounded like, from the first instances of her reacting, and she basically took it, which is, I wouldn't blame her for it, right? But again, if you want to be represented properly, you need to do the homework. This is the thing of the season. This is what we've been saying all season, for hair, for home, for everything. Got to do the homework. If you're not keeping up with the fucking paperwork, then you can't get mad at somebody did. You understand what I mean? Like somebody swoop in.
Yeah, but I'm not. No. I don't think. I'm not sure how the Miss Universe or the Miss World process goes.
Right.
But there is a licensee or a franchise holder.
Right.
On St. Martin.
Right.
Okay. And so they are the only. No, wait. So they are the only ones for St. Martin who can send somebody. I'm assuming if you're the franchise or the license holder, like we call it license holder, right?
Right.
So they're not sending nobody. Just why should I, if I have the license to send representatives to this competition? I'm not sending anyone. Why should I go check with the organization if somebody's being sent? I am the one that's supposed to send people.
Okay.
So if other people are doing bullshit, yeah, I don't feel I have to check that, because you're not expecting people to send people. What happened
Maybe
in
not,
this case?
but apparently it does.
It happened. We've learned.
Apparently it does.
But it is also weird. I don't know how Miss World, don't they do a vetting process?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Hey, look. Wait, that's gonna be in point number 3, because point number 3 is our spreekwoord for the hele show. Down with the patriarchy, right?
Down with I didn't want to bring this patriarchy thing in. Want sowieso, I'm against Miss Pageant. Like
sowieso,
not Miss. I'm against beauty pageant. So
beauty pageant.
Sowieso, this hele Matteo oprotten, this hele World Miss World organization oprotten.
Okay, but we will get to that in the third one, right?
Okay.
The second point for me, or the second takeaway, is the interesting one to me, because this is a conversation that has been having at least for as long as I know St. Martin. That I moved there when I was 12 years old. I consider myself a part of the island, but it is hell for me to utter the words, I'm a St. Martiner.
Why?
Because I will get stoned on the street.
I yell all the time, I from here. When I there, I from here.
I from here. You check what I mean? And because I see it as home.
St. Martin is a place in your heart.
Correct is
it's
right.
It's not where you're born.
Right. But I would argue that Miss Mateo has a case. If you 1 year old, move there, live there, whatnot, whether or not you're ignorant, because there's a lot of ignorance there. A lot of people can't tell you what you're voting for. A lot of people can't tell you how certain laws are structured. A lot of people cannot tell you the history of the place or which Indians was there. A lot of people can't tell you that. So I don't hold that against her. I do say that if her heart and her tax dollars go to the spot, and she invests in the place and she tries to do something for the place, even if it's a little bit, like, even if it's just
if it's only for 2 weeks, what do you feel? How do you feel if she registered at census office 2 weeks ago?
Still would be annoyed, but it's not a matter of morality or ethics. It's a matter of law. That is like a technicality, like at that point. Like, if she only registered about 2 weeks ago, how old is she? Like, maybe
24.
Right. Maybe working, maybe not. If she's
working, she's a rental assistant or whatever that may be.
If she's been working so far, she hasn't paid taxes, then yes, kick the bum out.
No, because I feel, but we don't know. We haven't researched the story.
Exactly.
I feel she is from the French side, so I have an issue. You cannot represent a whole other country, because yes, it is. It's a.
Is it a whole other country though?
It is a whole. It is to me. It is like.
Is it a whole other country?
It is to me like België and Nederland.
Okay.
You are Curacao and Venezuela. I cannot live in Belgium and in Belgium, and then I'm going to say I'm gonna represent Holland in a pageant because we're neighbors. I could just lift the toe and I'm in Holland. You're not Dutch. You're not in Holland. You didn't grow up there.
But that's not quite the case with St. Martin, Councillor. That's not quite the case.
It is a whole other country.
Right. On
correct
paper,
is right.
Correct is right on paper, but let's be honest and clear. There's a lot of push and pull back and forth between the border. That is the openest border on the planet, is what I feel. Next to maybe the Mexican-U.S. border.
They got a wall now, I've heard.
Right? Yeah. Let's see how all that works. No, but that has got to be one of the openest borders on the planet, because you literally drive up until you reach either, like, from Dutch Quarter going into Belvedere from that angle, or you go from Colby into Marigot from that angle. And there's no checks. There's no...
But no...
There's a sign. Now, in our time, there's a sign. Ain't nobody holding on to the border. Ain't nobody... You could live on the Dutch side and go work on the French side, barring certain permits, and even on the ground. You could live on the French side, go work on the Dutch side, barring permits and certain whatever, above board, but on the ground too, a lot of that goes on to as well. And legit, it is like, yes, you understand, you cross a line. Yes, you understand, hey, here now French is spoken, or Dutch is spoken, or English is spoken. But at the same time, it ain't that big. When Carnival going on, Dutch man, Dutch side man, French side man, on both sides, they both attend, they both join in. When August Monday going on, you don't check to see who from French side, who from the, all are here from Martin. Done with it. There's a mingle moose of culture.
But this is typically border towns. Same thing you have in Holland with Belgium. There's also an open border. So you say this is the most open border in the world. Helemaal anywhere. In Holland with Schengen, you can drive from this.
You've been to Schengen.
No, but Schengen is the treaty.
Right.
Not Schengen is indeed a place where they signed the treaty.
Right.
But indeed, you drive from Belgium to the Netherlands and there is no border check.
Right.
You could just go, blah, blah, blah. And
Right.
people will also, probably Belgians go to Holland to shop, Hollands go to Belgium to shop. Others, here ga you go get gas, there you go to buy meat, weet ik veel. So there is also a thing, but I have an issue. You cannot be French and then represent the Dutch. The Dutch name.
Right, okay,
Gewoon
but
niet.
then that is the technicality of it. That again, I come back to it. Like that is the technicality.
Why is it a technicality? Isn't the Miss World pageant that the country chooses somebody who represents them? If you're not even of my country, how can you represent me? Like, you're freaking French. You don't even
Freaking French.
Yeah,
Freaking French. We don't like the French around here.
Nobody can even understand your English, man. So
Yo, that was a joke too, man. That boy them had 2097 as a joke.
Just,
And 2097 come out in the numbers too, girl. Yo, shout out to anybody that bought those numbers in box. Yo, no, but all right, look, why I think, look, I have my own perspective, I have my own baggage, and I've always bristled at how people told me that I'm not from there. Like, I've always bristled. I might not have the roots there, but my heart, my energy, if I could put it, my soul, lies with the island.
yeah, I agree. If you contribute to the island,
Right, like you're part of the place.
you're part of the place.
Right.
If you give a positive contribution to the country,
Like
you're part of the place.
Right.
I agree.
So
But
I think that becomes a question
Set
for her.
vraagtekens. I put question marks.
Right.
Whether she contributed to the Dutch
What's
side.
or not. Right. That becomes a question mark then.
And I had
becomes a
issues
question
with our
mark.
good friend Chris Emanuels again, of course, because he was saying, "How is it possible?" The girl, okay, yeah, I get that because
Right.
there was no contest, there was nothing, and she went. But he was like, "I want to see," or I'm paraphrasing, huh? I want to see somebody like me or somebody. I need to see myself represented.
That's some fucking race baiting right there.
I had
That's some race baiting.
major issues with that because St. Martiners come in all shapes and sizes and in all colors. You cannot say because you're black and fat that no, but St. Martiners
put
are
fat
not.
with it.
Okay,
You're black
fine.
and fat.
Okay, that's fat shaming.
Yeah.
You're not. St. Martiners are not black only.
St. Martin is not a monolith.
Exactly.
I think like that has got to be the biggest example of not a monolith because even within the quote unquote local black population, there's a lot of splintering.
Exactly.
Heathen and Christian alone. Like that is normally like you'd have that anywhere that you go because here too they got certain man that like to drink. They got certain man that like to go to church. They got certain man this or that whatever. Right? But on St. Martin, it is like civil war because you got heathens that really reject the church and really like with all their might and everything they say, we're not messing with that. And you got people that really ride for the church and be like, you're not addressing that. That's within the small splinter of the black community alone. Let's call it. You got black, you got Dutch, you got Surinamese, you got American.
But you cannot say black Dutch Surinamese because you have black Dutch, you have black Surinamese.
Okay, sorry.
So,
local. Let's call it local.
What is local? Don't ask Miguel the Patriot
Exactly.
Arendelle, but what the hell is local?
Exactly. Okay. No, some people would say depending on how far back the family goes.
But wacht. But
So where's that line drawn?
But what happens if your dad has a line from here to Tokyo and your mom is Dominicana?
Yeah.
Telt het dan wel of niet mee?
Yeah, dus dan.
Are you
and that
in
is
or are
ook
you
een vraag.
out?
All right, but then let me go outside of local then.
Okay.
American, Dutch, Surinamese, Russian, Latin in the zin van either Dominican Republic, Venezuela, or Colombia. West Indian from all
Anywhere.
angles because Jamaican right now got a major influence there, but you also got Dominican,
St. Lucia.
St. Vincent, Trinidad. You got different ones.
Also the other islands, Seba, Stasia, Curacao.
This is what I'm telling you.
Haitians.
Right.
Well, as she was mentioning, is that we got Dominicanos, we got Haitians, we got
Right?
Dutch.
Right? Europe alone has I would put money on at least 50% representation on the island as well.
Name or no, wait, how do you mean?
You have Italians there, you have French there, you have
I don't say
Portuguese
it's
there.
not you mean 50% of Europe?
Yes.
Or, I think
like
entire Europe. You have people from every country there.
Right. You got Polish on fucking.
You got Turkish people. You got anybody. Everybody.
And while there are bad, because this has always been the narrative that has been at least spun my way, right? Local people were always afraid of the foreigners coming in, but want to exploit. They only want to exploit. Oh, by the way, Hindustan, we forgot about those.
Indians.
Yeah, like Indians from India, not
and also Guyanese, Indians from Guyana,
which is also a whole other
Indians from
fish,
Suriname,
which are
Indians from Trinidad,
whole other kettle of fish as well too, because they don't like each other as well. So yeah, but that's the thing, is like a long time the narrative was from not Christopher Emmanuel but his type is like these foreigners are coming in to exploit the island and the local man is getting left behind, right? Or getting squeezed in some way, shape, or form. And I would dare say there are Americans, there are Dutch people, there are Surinamese people, there are Hindustani people, there are whoever that would lay their life down on the line for the idea, the concept of St. Martin, warts and all. Even with the bullshit, even with the crime, even with the traffic, even with the bad infrastructure, bad government, everything else, they love the place. I know enough people like that. I myself am that person. I grew up with a hatred of the island because they always looked down on the station. But when I went there and I got, embraced, shout out to Francis. You know what I mean? Like, hey, yeah. You know what I mean? When I got embraced and when everything was everything, when I left there, I felt like that was a part of me. That was indelibly a part of me. I would not be the man I am without that place. And to say that I'm not from there is a little disingenuous. It is like I might have grown up on station, but St. Martin gave me a little bit of swag. It gave me a little bit of confidence in who I am and how I look at things and how you embrace. Again, that whole embrace. I love that of the island. It's hard to say that certain people don't belong there.
But and I have a similar experience. I after I studied, I moved to St. Martin and I only lived there for 3 years.
Right.
But I actually considered myself to be from St. Martin when I was living there. Okay, now I've been gone
a little too long.
8 years already again. Right. So now I will not claim to be a St. Martiner. But it did shape me. It was my first big, volwassen leven.
It was your first adult move. It was your first big woman, big girl panties.
First real job. My first the first car that I myself bought. My first house. My first everything. My adult life first. Everything.
First orgy.
Hey.
Hi, Tante Clara.
Yeah, Claudia.
Claudia, sorry. Hey, Tante.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I'm playing, y'all. This is jokes. Allegedly.
And Sarah Westcott William, who's now a member of parliament, but who has been the prime minister for the time that I was there. She put it very poignantly, and she said, St. Martin. She had a speech for St. Martin's Day, and she said, whether you're born here or you belong here, and I think that is St. Martin. Even if you're not born there, if you contribute positively to the society, you belong there.
I love that turn of phrase.
Yeah,
I love that turn of phrase. I love that whether you're born here or you belong here. That doesn't necessarily. Yeah, that encompasses a lot. It's a deep moment. I don't know. Listen, but that was my second thing. That was my second thing, and I think that we could make a whole 3 hours about this, but we're not going to go into it because at the end of the day, St. Martiners have to figure that battle out because how inclusionary do you want to be? How exclusionary do you want to be?
But it's weird, because I felt very much as I said,
Same.
I was there for 3 years and I considered myself to be a St. Martiner.
Same.
So there must be a feeling. It was really home, and it was weird because I did feel that people, like locals, I hate the word, but St. Martiners who've been there for generations, or like they are very close, and it's not easy to really get close. But that's just island or small place
It is
mentalities. It's not easy to penetrate in the thing, but still I felt very much at home and very welcome.
But even then, it depends on who it is and which family it is, and so, because trust, you befriend one of them, they vouch for you, and if they got enough clout within the family, you can go to the cookout, you can go to the Christmas party, you can go, and nobody's gonna bat an eye, and like auntie's gonna embrace you and like, hey, with her big fucking titties, and be like, yo, Joe, let me get some macaroni pie and this and that, whatever. That'll happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that St. Martin, and this will be my last word on the whole subject, right? Because I wanted to talk about down with the patriarchy, but we didn't get to that. So, but we've been screaming that for the whole fucking season. So if y'all feel like we didn't do it
down with the patriarchy.
If y'all feel like we didn't represent it now, go fuck yourself. Like, really and truly. All right? But what it is, I genuinely think that when it comes to St. Martin and what it is, it grew up way too fast. Like too many changes happened too fast, and nobody knew what to do with it. There was a high period in the 90s right after the hurricane where there was a lot of growth, a lot of booming, and everybody was making money, and we enjoyed it up until reality hit in, and then people realized that, hey, we're not maintaining, we have to sustain. This is not sustainable, that type of shit, and then all of a sudden things started to go down. But I think that at its heart, St. Martin wants the right thing, and wants to do the right thing, and wants to be itself. It wants to have its own identity. It wants to be kind of different. That was the whole reason why, that combined with other things. But here and St. Martin had a problem in the past. But I think that St. Martin wants what it wants, and it knows what it wants. But the problem is that there's a lot of infighting because of all those changes. There's a lot of infighting because of all the development in the past 30, 40 years. I think that there's a lot of shit that we haven't processed yet. Shit has moved, the goalposts have moved beyond technology, the world. Everybody has gotten real wise real quick, and we haven't had a chance to process. And now all those chickens are coming home to roost.
And not only, sorry to cut you across, not only we didn't have time to process, but that whole trajectory was not inclusive. So a lot of people, and again, locals, a lot of people from their generations there could not follow. And you see the gap widening between the haves and the have-nots. And I can imagine that's very threatening, because I am from here, and then I can barely make ends meet, and then an American swoops in, whatever, a Dutchman moves in, whatever, a Bayesian moves in, or a Dominicano moves in. They build up the business whether they follow the proper channels or not, and they're thriving, and I'm still struggling. So that also is a development that I think you see, and that
it is hard to be empathetic or to be gracious when you're in shit.
Yeah.
It's hard to be. If we're both in shit, we can share. I can help you, you can help me. But if you're moving up and I'm not, it's hard to be gracious. It's and they ain't nobody to blame except leaders where that was concerned. Is what I feel. All right.
It went a total different direction, but I think we could round it off here.
But that's the whole fucking point of the show. Like, for real, people, watch me and watch her say this right the fuck now. That's the whole point of the show. We start someplace, but we end up wherever. You know what I mean? Because this is us drinking, talking, having a good time. And that's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
All right, guys.
Are we done with this subject?
I would say let's take a look at the cocktails, and we'll be right back.
We shall be right back. You gotta remember the white shot, huh? You gotta remember the white shot. All right, folks, we will be back.
ask for the penicillin highball at your favorite bar.
So, I won't say what happened, but she's happy now. So, I'm so happy. Yeah,
Clap along.
Yeah, toch. People, welcome back. Drunken Monks once again in the building. This is our go home show. This is our. We are recording this on the 15th, but by the time people get this, it might be too late, and we definitely ain't recording next week because you and I got shit to do. Speaking of shit to do, because it is the season. It is the season.
To be jolly.
Now, see, I have a problem with that first statement one time.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
not necessarily. Listen, that is the idea, but it's not the season to be jolly per se.
Why not?
Why? Okay.
How can you not be jolly if you look at my fabulous hat, my elf cap?
Yeah, toch. No, look, all right, so I will pose this as a question because I don't want to be the Grinch alone, or I don't want to be sounding like a Grinch
You're
as
a Grinch.
is. I'm a curmudgeon adjacent. I'm getting there. Like, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. You know what I mean?
But wait, since we're talking about jolliness, let me just introduce my collection of Guavaberry. I do not have Guavaberry from the Guavaberry Emporium.
Nay.
I have the homemade thing.
Homemade Guavaberry.
So I have this Guavaberry.
Okay, so for those that don't understand, because she's showcasing some shit, this is like St. Martin tradition. All right, y'all. You can't have a Christmas season. Definitely can't have a New Year's season without a little bit of Guavaberry. And there's a factory made Guavaberry that's out there that certain people look down on, and she's showing that there's some local stuff that's also there.
See,
too as
and
well.
this one I have in my cupboard for years, so I don't know if it's still good. You see the
sediment.
Yes, the sediment. But this is local homemade Guavaberry. And it's coming from Colombier, so you best believe I'm going to be drinking this. It's coming from Colombier, and there's a whole history about here. Let me tell you. Those days, Guavaberry, so in 1600, people living on the Dutch side, in those days, Guavaberry was an essential part of the annual Christmas festivities. And people would go from door to door singing. Now,
yes.
So we're going to be doing that, and I have another. This is from Madudu.
That's a green?
Well, this
Guavaberry?
is
I've never seen a green.
No. This is I would say mojito.
Mojito.
Yeah, I see mint and I see lime, but they say punch traditionnel.
Punch traditionnel.
But
anyway, guys,
au soleil de Antilles.
we're gonna do a little bit of the tourism department's work. If you're ever in St. Martin, sowieso any time of the year, especially if you're in certain spots, if you're in Grand Cas and whatnot, ask for some local Guavaberry if you can, but definitely around the Christmas season. Like, every place is supposed to have just a little bit. A place that more like down to earth, more like a mom and pop. Ask them for some Guavaberry, and then we'll see what it is. Unfortunately, our sponsor does not provide this, but they can't because they're not based out of St. Martin. So fuck it, you know what I mean? But yeah, that brings me to my thing. Yes, Guavaberry. Okay, do you need a moment?
Guavaberry, yes, please.
Do you need a moment?
Hi, good.
Yeah? Alright, boom. Look here. Like I said, like I'm making 40 in a couple of weeks, right? Dun dun dun. You know? I'm making 40 in a couple of weeks. So in all my life, I've had about, let's call it 8 years that I'm fully immersed in a St. Martin Christmas.
Okay.
A St. Martin Christmas. So I'll come out of the angle with the Guavaberry first. I've had about 27? No, let's call it 25 years that I've had a real local Christmas.
But
right?
what do you mean with it? What is a real local Christmas?
So either I've spent Christmas on St. Martin, on Statia, or here, right?
But isn't every Christmas in that, by that definition, a local Christmas? Because you're locally at the spot celebrating Christmas.
No, but okay, for me, local means island. like an island version of the Christmas.
So
like,
Christmas in Holland is not a local Christmas.
not for me, no, because I had a lot of Dutch friends. We did things in the Dutch way of doing things too as well. Like,
okay, you mean a Caribbean Christmas.
A Caribbean Christmas.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, fine. I'm like, with my newfound perspective, and it's not new because I've been wrestling with it for at least 5 to maybe 8 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
With my newfound perspective about the reason for the season, as they like to say, right? Have a major, like me being anti-colonialist, like Black Power, that type of shit. A major problem with Christianity, but you can't take Christianity out of Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can.
How the fuck do you do that?
I just did.
How the fuck did you do that?
So
you just have muss.
I put up my Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
My Christmas tree is up. I put on my hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm caroling all the way.
And you're caroling all the way.
I'm drinking my Guavaberry. I'm drinking my Ponche Cuba. I'm making my Christmas ham.
But you only ain't going to church.
I'm making my Christmas bread. This year I might even go to church because I want to hear some good music.
Yeah.
That's it.
Big thing.
But to me, like you cannot take the Christmas out of Christmas, the Christ out of Christmas. Yes, you can. You just don't do the whole Bible charade. No, for me, Christmas is very gezellig. Like they say in Dutch, it is a time of coming together, spending time with your loved ones, eating, drinking, gewoon together.
Right, but even that eating, drinking, like even that eating, drinking, right? Now, you and I disagree on a lot of things, but luckily we agree, I think, on a couple of the points on a couple of points that I'm about to bring forward, right? Eating, drinking is good when there's no obligation. Eating, drinking, gezelligheid is good when there's no obligation. And definitely, I'm not trying to impress you. You're not trying to impress me. We're not trying to one-up each other.
No, come on. With Christmas, I try to impress people a little bit.
But impress for the gein, for the joke, for the keeks. Not for, like, if I don't do this, then my stature and my reputation takes a hit. And I'm not the hostess with the mostest anymore, that type of shit. Right? Anybody, now guys, I'm hoping that most people that are watching this are from the fucking Caribbean. But anybody who's watching is supposed to know that, hey, Dre, you can't be caught slipping with Christmas. House gotta be immaculate. You gotta be clean. Mother got you cleaning for the whole month.
Wait, let me take notes. Clean.
Yo, Dre, your mother got you... Yo,
immaculate.
Anybody that come out the Caribbean house and know about Christmas season is some fucking work you got to do. It is, and some
especially here, huh? Here, like traditionally,
but
now here it's actually end of the year, huh? Before the year turns, your house needs to be painted over. All the curtains have to be changed.
It's all one.
You need to completely redecorate your house.
Yes.
For the new year.
Yes. Man. No, but that also goes back to some thought of mine. I've made the link, and then somebody got to tell me I'm wrong, but it's my opinion. You're wrong. It's my opinion. Thank you. It is my opinion that a lot of that shit come out of the thinking of I got to be better than the next man, and you got to be better than the next man comes from way back when because we used to fight each other. I'm not going to name the name because people tell me I'm talking about that too much, but you need to pull threads out of that. You check what I'm saying? That whole need to be better than the next man, I need to be better than to live, to survive, to be seen, to not be thrown in with the trash or whatever the fuck. Again, got people doing some insane work, spending some insane money like right around this point. I am curious as to what Christmas here this year looks like because we're broke, but we're not broke.
No. For Christmas, you're never broke.
We're broke, but we're not broke.
Hey, I went to one of the big, can you say, like, is it a convenience store? Like Warenhuis? No, like a store that sells everything. Like
a Walmart, like a Costco.
Like a Walmart type of store.
Right. Goisco here.
La Curacao.
Okay, all right, cool.
And they had the Christmas decorations in special, which I do not understand. It was not this. It was November still. And then the Christmas decoration is
which
special.
is another problem which I got with the season.
I was like,
yeah,
why are you putting it in special? You should put it in special in January, not in November.
Right.
But people went crazy.
Crazy?
People bought. People went crazy. And
so
I
you
saw it
saw
at
like
all the
grannies
stores.
drop kicking like babies and shit.
Yeah, that thing. Throwing putting all the things in the stroller, like choking the baby with all the Christmas balls and all the ornaments and stuff. No, people love Christmas here, man. They love Christmas.
No, but I don't mind you loving Christmas, but it doesn't have to become a job or a chore or an obligation. Like I think, and especially for Corona last year, half Corona this year, and everything else, and the uitval, the Jesus, English is hard.
Yeah, Jesus is right.
Jesus was born
with
Jesus was
Christmas.
born with Christmas.
It's his
The
birthday.
Damn
Happy,
lie.
happy
But all right, we gonna fuck with
birthday.
that. No, but yeah, with everything that came out of Corona, with the economic things, again, we had an episode a couple of weeks back, if not a month back, while the prices going up and everything else, or whatever. So and again, it can't beat me in Christianity, can't beat me in the scriptures. The whole thing about Christianity and Christ is humility, is like, slow it down. We're not here to shine. We're here to do well and not ask for much. You check what I mean? The meek shall
humbly, I
inherit
put up my Christmas tree.
Right, but what I'm saying is that it shouldn't be a keep up with the Joneses type shit. And this year, I think there should, if all goes well, and especially for this place's majority Christian, there should be a coming back to humility type thing. Like, let's not go overboard. Let's not spend too much money. Let's not try to keep up with the Joneses, the neighbors, and that type of fuckery. Let's not work ourselves to
But
death.
I think maybe I get you.
Right.
But I'm thinking maybe we will go a little bit, not all out because we ain't got no money, but a little bit more out because remember last year Christmas we were in lockdown.
We were in.
So you couldn't go nowhere. You
We were
couldn't
in.
see nobody. It was a chodu. So now this year I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna try to attempt at a Christmas dinner or brunch. I don't know. I probably have to fight my aunt for who's cooking when and stuff. But it's nice to spend time with the family again and go not all out, but do it grand, man.
No, but I enjoy pomp and circumstance. I enjoy being fabulous. I enjoy fabulous. And
All right. Sister
man, correct is right. No, but I enjoy all that shit, but I don't enjoy it when it becomes a job. I don't enjoy it when it becomes expected or mandatory or an obligation of like any kind. And that comes to my second point, is like you do all this work and there's no heart to it or there's no soul to it. It is just tradition and
But
rote.
I don't agree that it's no heart to it.
No, well, certain people have that. Certain people, again, I've seen both sides. I've seen what it looks like to be spontan and just fuck it, I got a turkey. You fuckers coming? Yeah, Joe, let me go. Boom, and then we go about our business. I've also seen from October with een dagboekje van luister, dit moeten we doen op die dag, dit moeten we, we gotta do this on that day, we gotta do that on that day, we gotta do that on that day. And when it comes to all that shit, is okay, so then day of, are you enjoying it? That's my only question. Day of. So day of, when you have, because there are certain points in certain families, especially when it comes to the tradition of the thing. Certain families have the matriarch or the patriarch, where, you might have 4 brothers or 4 kind of sisters, but one is the homemaker. Mm-hmm. And that's the house we all go to. Is she enjoying herself? Is all that operation enjoying themselves? If there's fun to be had, if there's jokes to be had, if there's community and love and, I'll help take out the garbage, I'll wash the dishes even though I don't live here, that type of shit, then yes, it's good.
But I think that's the whole thing of Christmas.
Not every time, man. Not every time.
And then, if not, you just gotta tell your people, hey, hello, come help in the cooking, come help in the kitchen.
It's not every time that can happen. It's not every time that does happen. We all hold on to our quote-unquote stripes. There are things that everybody holds on to that makes them, that makes them gives them identity, you know what I mean? And makes them happy in their day-to-day lives. I would dare say that when it comes to Christmas, there are certain people that overwork themselves because of a particular image. Perfect housewife, perfect homemaker, kiko or whatnot. So, and it's usually women, huh? This is why my heart goes out to like as well.
That's true.
This is why my heart goes out as well because my mother did that for certain parts of her life as well, where she went above and beyond a call of duty. I became a good cook. And you could attest. You could tell me, yes.
He not too shabby.
You could say with honesty that I'm a good cook. But I became a good cook in those trenches because like 8 years old, my mother is marathon cooking for like 3 days. But you can't stay up for fucking 72 hours. So what happens? I get assigned certain things. My mother, and because it was only me and her, so she's like, yo, Marlo, make sure check the oven every hour, turn it over, do that, check the stove, stir it, kiko. That was my introduction to becoming a decent cook. And when you look, like, first it's a badge of honor. First you're like, yeah, Dread, I cooked for 3 days and I helped my mother and one and so and so. But then when you get older, you notice that, hey, yo, Dread, you got responsibility. You got to decorate the tree. You got to decorate the house. You got to paint the house. You got to clean the house. This, that, and the third, whatever. And then, like, Uncle George got to come in and have his fucking side-ass comments about, man, this ham a little dry, you know. Like,
hey!
Man, George, go fuck yourself. Like, for real. And there's enough people
going I know how Christmas in the Browns household was.
No. Like, I'm just saying, and it's not just from my perspective. Like, I've seen it as an outsider as well. And I have an issue with when it becomes obligation. Like, let's say like that. Like, if it's from the heart and everybody participates and everybody loves it and everybody's doing what they got to do, let's do it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Gewoon, like, Ivor and initiative. So like, drive and, like, want and all of that shit, let's do it. But if you coming to sit your ass down to eat a plate of food and to talk about my shit because there's a competition between us as a family and all that monkey fuck, nah. You could keep it. I would rather drink booze by myself and eat a fucking piece of ham by myself. You know what I'm saying? That for me, and is the thing unsaid is what I'm feeling. Because I've been called a Grinch lately.
Aww.
Yeah, like I've been called, like I do my best for all of this because I do believe in it. But I've been called a Grinch for this reason because I would rather, like, yo, Dread, you cut off certain parts of the family or friends or way they feel if they're not contributing to the cheer. I agree with you. There's supposed to be cheer. Gezelligheid. There's supposed to be a love of man and, you know, our better selves for at least a fucking week. We supposed to be that.
But like the whole thing,
you know?
you said, like, if it's an obligation and the hard work. And indeed, like last year I did a Christmas brunch here.
Right.
It was always a fight between me and my aunt, who's gonna do it on which date, blah blah blah. So I said, okay, I'll do the brunch,
right.
You do the dinner. Bad idea. You cannot have brunch and dinner because when we reached dinner, we were still full from the brunch. And I spent like 2 days in the kitchen preparing all stuff. And of course, I had way too much food, but yes. I had a very long table, and my friends and my family was there. And in the moment, you're busy and you're tired and you think, but then when you sit down and everybody enjoys and everybody is laughing and talking, and for me, it was really worth it. So
no, but it is worth it for me too. Let me preface that, or at least agree with you on that point. All things being equal, I love Christmas. And y'all are gonna, like, I'm on camera saying this shit. Even the patriarchy, colonialist.
Down with the patriarchy.
Even the patriarchal colonialist fucking Christmas. I can't. I want to have a Christmas one of these days that is Disney-esque. I want to be in the cabin with the snow and the fucking bad sweaters and all that shit.
Cassandra, take notes.
Yo, but she knows I've talked her ear off with that shit is like already. So I am with it. I am with, like, the Western idea of Christmas. I am basically with it, and it has done me real good. My son have already had a couple of those moments. I'm starting to get into those moments with my daughter. But, like, you know, Santa coming across and bringing some shit. I bought my son, like, some real shit this year. I feel real proud of it. My daughter has already gotten from Santa Claus already, which is another fucking kettle of fish. But it's gonna be a good Christmas too, where at least like the kids are concerned. I would want for like with me and the family to have a moment after, because there's prep, and I'm in a traditional family. There is prep, and I want for all of us to be able to day of drink a drink if you want to. If not, it's okay, cool. But a cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of hot chocolate, a good cake or cookie or some fuck. You put your feet up, watch a movie, listen to something, share jokes. Christmas is past. That is what I want, and I'm working towards that with me and the wife and everybody else. So, and I would wish anybody that too, like as well. Maybe not in my way. Maybe you have your own way of doing things too as well. Everybody got their own way, but whatever it is that is wholesome, that is Christian or not, whatever it is wholesome. It is a part. It'll make you feel better and then recharge your batteries for the next fucking year that has to come. That is what I want. And to you, Denise, my friend, one of my best friends, salud.
Hello.
And I do wish you a Merry Christmas on that note as well.
I wish you a jolly Christmas.
Jolly Christmas.
But now you're rounding off, and I didn't get the.
I'm not running off. I just had to get the sentiment off.
Juice of this thing, because you've been telling me, okay, you've been talking about
what is
this
the juice?
Christmas.
What is the juice?
You've been talking about this Christmas, and we need to talk about the Christmas. And I'm like, what to talk about Christmas? And then you came with the coloniality and the patriarchy. What is the deal with colonialism and Christmas? Dude!
Christian! Again! Christian! Fucking Listen, we got fucking Denaboma in our houses, and don't one fucking Denabome grow in the Caribbean.
Let me state for the record, I do not do live trees.
Right.
But indeed, I have a fake Christmas tree.
But it's in the model of, is the idea of. Denaboma come out of Norway, come out of Scandinavia, man. Fuck that.
But what does it have to do with colonialism?
Because that wasn't our idea. That came down with every fucking body and one and so. That, listen, ain't no part of the Guavaberry is us. The Guavaberry is us. Bless us.
No. Where's my bottle? It did say.
That's what being drunk and reading, yo.
I was just about the Dutch side. Okay, not Dutch side. All right.
Could not give me a point. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like every idea that we have about Christmas is not ours. We wouldn't.
But is it bad?
I would posit growing up Christian, rejecting a lot of Christianity now, I would say no, it's not bad, because the essence of it comes back to what you said, is like community, family. For me, humility. For me, taking a chance to is the first step in the whole thing of the year to like reflect and like, yo, the moves I made, the moves everybody made. Take a chance to breathe if you've been running full speed, whatever. All of that. I think it's a good thing. I think the idea of Christmas, even with the religion attached to it, is a good thing, because even within Christianity, it's a warm moment. It is a warm, enveloping, new life, new possibilities. There's a chance to be had for all of us moment. You know what I mean? That's the birth of Christ. The birth of Christ means that we all got a chance. And so thusly, I think it's a good thing. I don't like...
The birth of Christ means we all had a chance?
Yes, because without Christ, we don't have a chance within Christian doctrine.
Okay.
Within Christian doctrine.
Okay.
I'm saying from within the doctrine.
Okay.
But that for me is like... I could get with that. Like I could get with birth and growth and warmth. Like, for me, the perfect Christmas picture is, again, it's Disney-esque, but cold outside, the verwarming or the fireplace is going, everybody gathered around. We're all maybe a little tipsy, some of us not, the magic of Santa in the kids' eyes, like that Norman Rockwell painting. I love that idea. I love that. That to me is a perfect fucking Christmas. Or we're singing, or it's a quiet, contemplative moment, or whatever. But
You've been watching too many movies, man.
dude, yeah.
To me, the perfect Christmas
I freely admit.
is just a lazy day on the beach. That's the perfect Christmas. You have your drinks, you have your friends, you're on the beach. That's my perfect Christmas.
I dare say that's the one place where you and I fucking disagree.
That's one place.
No, beach for New Year's.
Nay.
I fucks with the beach for New Year's.
The second day of Christmas, Boxing Day. Beach.
I fucks with the beach for New Year's, but I don't fucks with the beach for
Nay. Boxing Day.
Kerstdag.
No, Boxing Day, beach.
Yeah, but even then, like
beach, baby.
Nah, we'll see.
I mean, this year I was trying to get away. Well, every year actually, since I've been back, I'm trying to get away from the snow idea, the cold idea.
Right.
Because at Christmas, I sit here with the snow mitts of whatever this thing is.
I was about to say, I got a dinner bomb in the background, man.
This is an elf hat.
Elf on a shelf. Fuck it.
But
yeah,
to me, Christmas, because I'm like, we're in the fucking tropics. What are we doing with those ice crystals and the snowman? Like, we could develop our own imagery, our own, like Christmas, like palm trees. I love that. I mean, we're in the Caribbean. Let's have a Caribbean Christmas. Why are we looking at the States all the time, man?
You want to hear a weird story with me? Like a weird little story with me? Geography made me stop believing in Santa Claus.
How so?
Geography and architecture made me stop believing in Santa Claus. So I had a really good year first. I was 6 years old, and legit, I was all the way in. My dad and my mother, they bought me the first of many. Like, I got a Nintendo Entertainment System, and it was told unto me that Santa brought it, you know? So I was all in when I was 6 years old. But then 6 into 7, and the next year, questions came up. Questions on my part. We didn't have a chimney. We ain't got no snow. How the fuck Santa know where I live and whatnot? You know, like all those things. Geography was like, yo, it's too hot. I literally, as a kid, said it was too hot for reindeer. Like, I was like, yo, Dread, these reindeer going dead down here, Pat.
You see,
like,
he from station. He got nothing to do but, philosophy.
You can fuck around, though. You can fuck around, though. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
No, but real talk. Like, that, so I agree with you on the whole make it our own. But at the same fucking time, is like, fuck, man. Like, you can't get away from that idea. You cannot get away from that idea. You hear jingle bells. Jingle bells come from sleighs. Sleighs come from in this fucking snow. You see the mitts and you see the white and you see all of that. You see the fucking Christmas lights. Certain people prefer a lot of white Christmas lights. Why? Because it looks like snow. It looks
that
like...
was it?
Yo.
I have white lights to not clash with my very colorful tree.
Yo.
And never made the connection between lights and snow.
There are people that find colored lights too fucking chongo, too fucking, like vagabond, and it's like it doesn't represent snow enough. That's why you got some of those lights too where it looks like falling, like it falls, like it cascades or whatever.
Yeah.
It's supposed to symbolize falling snow. Like all of that shit comes down to the same thing.
I was this years old when I learned this.
Dude, name Christmas movies. I dare you.
Now, don't ask me no movie questions.
All right.
I don't watch movies.
Okay, Home Alone.
Oh, yeah? What's about Home Alone?
That's a Home Alone, like, that's a Christmas movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do you see for half of the movie? The kid in, like, mitts and jacket and whatnot, and so we all love it. We all love it. But it's very much cold-centric.
No,
you know what
but
I mean?
indeed, Christmas is cold-centric.
Right.
That's why I was trying to stay away from the cold elements.
The cold elements, but you can't though, because you could do it, but then everybody who is living with you, loving with you, they might not be on the same page as you. It's like when you go kind of vegetarian or vegan, and everybody want to eat meat still. You know what I mean? Like they might respect you for what you want to do, but they ain't there with you. Like, they're not gonna be there with you. Like, yeah.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do last year's. I'm gonna produce a line of Christmas ornaments.
This I gotta see.
Yeah, no snow, no nothing cold.
Mama, but it's on a fucking symbol of cold with the denim with the fucking pine tree.
Well.
There's no way around that.
Okay, I'll do a cactus, a cactus,
palm tree
and
or
a palm
cactus.
tree.
There you go. There
we
you go. There you go. Fucking
All right, Marlo, bon Pascu.
Hey man, cheers.
Merry
man.
Christmas.
Merry
hey,
Christmas.
you know this guavaberry been marinating for like 4 or 5 years?
What? It was like
It
banging?
got a little bit to my head.
She banging the pussy clad. There you go. Nah, man. I'll say this much on camera in front of you and to everybody else. Thank you for hanging out for so long, for 2 seasons so far, man.
Het was een hele opgave.
Ja, maar het is wel leuk en het is wel leuk om onze discussies, want we doen dit altijd. We doen dit.
You're always talking shit, man.
Yeah.
Since I've known you.
Yeah, but it's like to bring it to the masses. It's like to. This is a record of what's gonna happen and how it's gonna be and one and so. And I do thank you. I'm grateful to you. In reflecting, I am grateful to you and everything that you've done for me and everything that you've been to me and everything that you are to me. Yeah, toch. She's not good with sentiment, people. She's not good. She's not good with it. But I am gonna say it so it's on record that ik ben wel blij ermee. Are you done? Are you fucking done?
Thank you, Marlo.
And the Oscar for the most bullshitness actress goes. Oh God. Fucking hell. Ben je klaar, mate? Okay.
I done.
Can you center yourself now? Can you fucking...
Okay, I'm centered.
Freaking tugged. Nee, maar echt. Ik ben er helemaal blij mee. And I think that we're gonna do more. We're gonna do more things together. I won't say great. I'll just say more. Because you and I know the plans that's coming forward and everything else. And we just hope for everybody else too that you've enjoyed it so far. And for me, at least, bon Pascu to you, my friend, to everybody that's outside it, to everybody who's in the white shot. I hope to see you all on the other side. And we'll...
The other side?
Yeah, man.
Are
2022.
we going to die?
Yo, 2022, man.
Oh, 2022.
2020 fucking 2. We're not coming back until after that, man. Fuck that. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, well, okay. Thank you to you, too.
That could be done with less disdain, man. I mean, fuck.
No, I mean...
A little bit of sincerity, man. I mean, fuck.
I always think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
But it's my favorite shit, so I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't see what you see. I just jump on your train, on your Thalys high-speed train. I just jump on it, and I'm just waiting for the crash. So far, so good. No crash, I think, in sight yet. So thanks for that. Thanks for these moments. Thanks for putting up with all my wat kunnen we zeggen? With all my quirks, let we call it like that.
Foibles.
And all right, Marlo with his big words again.
Foibles.
And then to everybody who's been following us, thank you very much. If you're following us from season 1, we are really appreciative of you. And
yes.
Thanks for the support. And like, subscribe, share. And if you just tuned in or you just found us on a whim or whatever, thanks also. And I hope everybody... you follow us, you come with us in 2022.
Yeah.
And we'll be here with great content, or at least entertaining content. And we hope that you're a part of us next year.
And for sure, to you, to everybody, health, strength, wealth, and all the good stuff. And people, for all intents and purposes, have a laugh. Please, seriously and truly.
Have a drink.
Have a drink
have a
and
fuck.
have a laugh.
Have some chocolate.
Have some chocolate. There we go. Boom.
Have some chocolate.
Have some chocolate. Hey guys, this was this episode again for this week. Yeah, we out.
See you next year.
Next year.
Bon Pascu, bon
Bon Pascu, bon Aya. Happy New Year, guys. See ya.